Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at some Cyrax stuff, namely EX Bomb, which is exciting because at the moment it's a really sort of ominous spell for Cyrax. It's not really used too much. The EX Sword just seems so much more worth your meter. So why would you use EX Bomb? Well, I mean, other than this, which is kind of what inspired this sort of thing. It's kind of useless now. This isn't new, guys. Big disclaimer here. This has probably been known since day one, but the power of this is really strong, and especially strong in the reset situation. And I wanted to showcase its power, what your options are, what your opponent's options are. So the first thing I'm going to show is if the opponent just blocks on their wake up. So let's pretend we've done the cheeky reset mid-screen, but it's not taking them into the corner. Okay, well that's what's happened there, yeah? It's better if I just do this, okay? So we're going to start from this point now. You're doing the reset. Now, that is your standard thing there. You're just going to go for the reset, back 2, run up standing 4, forward 1, 3, and then you're going to go for a very fast forward 3. The tricky bit with this, and what you're going to have to practice, is making sure that when you forward 3, it pushes them onto the bomb. There you go. Now you're very plus after that situation, so if it was me and I was in that setup, if I wasn't too sure about my opponent, I'd probably go for like after the bomb goes off, like a down 1 saw. You can go for a grab, which is another option off of that. There it is there. You can probably even go for like a back 1 if they're respecting the thing. You can go for a back 3. What I find myself doing to opponents, if I'm not respecting them as such, I don't think they're particularly good, I'll do the forward 3 and then I'll just do that. But as you can see, guys, that jails. I'm fairly sure from the uppercut tech that people did, that bomb there will jail into a back 3 on the block frames. So that's really cool. Like really cool. And that's just showing you what happens if your opponent just blocks on wake up. You're basically getting almost a jailing 50-50, if you will, because you don't have to do that string. You can just, you can go into that or YOLO into a net if you want. But I just wanted to show you the power of that setup. 1 second here. Let me just adjust the music. Okay, so that's if the opponent wakes up and blocks. Now what happens if the opponent doesn't block? Seems fairly obvious, but I'll show it anyway. If the opponent doesn't block, yeah, they're going to get launched. Okay, so that's that done. Don't need to go on about that. What happens if the opponent wakes up with a slide? Just no tech roll, they're just pressing buttons, or they jump, or they slide. Just want to show you how meaty this is, guys. Yeah, they can't do that. And actually, they should get launched. What happens if they don't get launched, Andy? Well, the EX bomb's pretty cool. So essentially, you can end with the 4, okay, and that just gives you an 18% damage cash out. If you're super late with it, you can actually fully launch them. You can probably do quite a lot of damage off it as well, like quite a lot of damage, and that's where this gets exciting. See, I mean, obviously there you'd want to do like a... I want to try this actually, guys. I'm sorry. This is fun. So I'm doing the same setup again. Just gonna delay it slightly. I'm getting this. Let's try. Oh no, I've messed it up. No. Again, guys, this guy's on reversal slide. It's not like he's not doing anything. Look how long I can delay it. Oh, I choked. I just went for these. You could probably like run up and do something else there, but anyway. So I just wanted to show you, you can get a full launcher if they try and push a button. The same thing applies if they try to jump out. That's pretty cool. So that's if the opponent just wants to wake up, push a button. What happens if they wake up with a roll? Then slide or jump or do something like that? Well, the reason why we use EX Bomb is because the way it works is it's just completely active the whole time it's on the screen. So if the opponent does any action at all within its proximity, the bomb actually basically just hits them, it just explodes, so they have to block. So if they tech roll slide and you do this, they'll get out for free if you do the forward 3, so it's a bit annoying, but it's just how it is. But they do get launched, and if you know that they're a bit maniac and they're going to do that, you don't have to do the forward 3. You know, you can just not. But ultimately, if they don't sort of and this is what would happen normally if you didn't do the EX bomb, you know. So there's the sort of roll slide. What happens if they're thinking, oh, I'm gonna backdash. We won't roll. We'll do the first one, no roll. So this is just backdash on wake up. So if they do a backdash on wake up, it gets completely blown up. Okay, now you can pause for a second before you do the VT thing, but in actual fact, the best way to blow this up kind of thing is to not pause at all, and probably just to do forward 3-4 in its entirety, just to cash out the damage. There you go. That may have launched them. Sometimes I have had it where it's launched. It's a little bit. It depends on the character's backdash. So there you go. So that's that one. Again, guys, just to show you the power of this setup, the forward 3 is a precaution. You don't have to forward 3 at all. If they backdash at all, they're getting launched. Tech roll backdash. Well, we see what happens with the tech roll. What happens if they tech roll and they backdash? Because this is the usual choice of wake ups. Hang on. Of course. Well, it should launch them every single time. It doesn't on Sub-Zero for some strange reason. There you go. Now you can't block that there. That's punished during the backdash frames. So that's not an option for them. And if they want to gamble as a Sub-Zero player, whether it's going to do that or not, it's up to them. But ultimately, it's just random. I'm sure there's a way to get it consistent. It's probably like the height of the forward 1-3 or something. Can you see there? Again, this is just fringe cases with characters with super good backdashes. Sub-Zero's one of the top ones, so anyone else with a poorer backdash will just get launched instantly. The exceptions to the rule on this one, guys, is Triborg. Triborg can just get out. Well, you can't. You just do the air bomb instead, and it catches them then. So if you think they're just going to tech roll backdash, don't want any of this, get me away, yeah, you just do air bomb. Okay, so there's that. What have we not done? What have we not done? So we've done all the options, done the meaties, delayed wake up. What happens if the opponent delays wake up? Well, this is where things get interesting, and this is where once you've got your opponent conditioned to delayed wake up, it looks bad for you, doesn't it? It's like, well, pretty bad for Cyrax. But actually, if you read the delayed wake up, you've got so many active frames that you can actually go to town on your opponent, and then there's a mind game within a mind game. So here we go. So there's that if they push a button. So if they push a button on wake up at all, you can do that. You can't do the slide, just wanted to point that out now, guys, so you don't want to do that on delayed wake up. But again, if they do delayed wake up and you do the slide, then to be honest with you, you're safe. So it's a good read from the opponent if you do the forward 3, but you don't have to do the forward 3. You can even like dash forward then forward 3. You know, if you really want to be tricky. This is where it gets super cool. I'm going to show you this now. So let's say, for instance, your opponent's going to delayed wake up, and you just want to remix them. There it is. Now, you're probably thinking there, probably could have backdashed or something, but watch this. There's a mind game within a mind game, and both bombs hit as well. So if they backdash there, they will get clipped by something. So I just wanted to show the power of this setup. There's one more thing you can do here. I'll just show it now before I go. You can just do meaty forward 4, and if you do it right, and then do it right then, I think you have to delay it slightly, so it's not quite legitimate this one. Oh, it should launch them. I'll give it one more go. You can try this yourself in training, but I'm absolutely fairly certain, yeah, you can get some kind of launch off of that, but I don't think that's the best one. What you really want to be doing off this is just remixing back into the back 3 down 4 again. It's just so powerful. I don't know what the opponent does at this point. I mean, it's just a guess, a pure guess. I don't know what the opponent does. Obviously, I mean, at this point you can go, oh, yeah, but if you're doing the forward 1-3, there's no mix-up. But if they think the forward 1-3 is coming and that hits them, game over. They're not going to block that without really good blocking. This is just so cool, guys. It's so cool. I've done this one before now. You know, you can just do what you want, to be honest. As soon as they're conditioned that they know they can't tech roll and backdash, you can do whatever you want. Opponents just gonna be sat there thinking, that was annoying. And it's just the threat of the active frames. So I really hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. I don't know if there's anything more to expand on this. I'm sure there's some really cool throw setups and whatnot. I was experimenting with something like oh, see, you need more gravity. I think this works. I can't remember what it was now. Let me think. Let's find it. There's a throw set up in here somewhere. That wasn't it. I wanted to throw them onto the bomb, and I can't remember how I did it. No, it couldn't have been that. Was it? I think it's the I'm using different bombs. So that's another thing I want to go on. You don't have to use the fire bomb if you don't want to. You can just use whatever bomb you like. And the thing about this is, and the reason why this is so good, if they wake up with anything that isn't armor, they can't touch you. So you're actually free to do what you want at this point. I found it. I found what I was looking at. So here it is. So you do the mid bomb after you finish the thing. Then you do close bomb, and you just you don't throw them, and then you just forward throw them so they stay where they are. Again, it's just it's just another mind game, and then obviously you tech roll and reset there. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and they can't wake up there. There's just so many things, guys. I just experiment with it, see what you think, see if there's anything you can come up with that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was another one you can do. So let's say do this into firebomb. Yeah, so I'll just do that again just in case, because I think that one might actually be one of the more useful ones. So you do that, close bomb. Oh, they think, oh no. Oh, it's so good. So instead of doing the forward 4-3, if you're like, oh, it's just so good. This is candy. This savagery. So they think, oh no, he's gonna mix me, and then you go for that, or you just mix him again, and you put them back into the same situation. And then when they're super conditioned, they don't do the backdash anymore. You can probably get away with a cheeky just low for no meter. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Rambled on a little bit, but I've not done a video in a while, so hopefully this is good enough, and I'll try and do some more. I want to try and get some actual games against people going as well, so catch you guys later. Take care.